So every one of you, even like for the people who are looking today, you guys are early pioneer. I think what keeps me awake is the ability for us to keep innovating with no upside limitation. And we are the people shaping the industry ourselves. So the next 10 years, 20 years will be right on us, right? So I think we need to be working hard and keep this long-term vision in mind. And I think we will become very important figures for our industries.
Hey folks, Flo here with Blockchain North at Futurist Day 1. I'm here with Adam Cai of VirgoCX, probably a well-known figure to some of our viewers, but maybe not to others. So in 30 seconds, first of all, who are you and what do you do?
Hey guys, I'm Adam Cai, the CEO of Virgo Group. So our most famous brand is VirgoCX in Canada, a retail trading platform that allows people to buy and sell cryptos easily and using our platform. So I've been here in 5 years and glad to take an interview.
Okay, 5 years. Okay, so that's a pretty long time actually, right? I mean, there are probably a few exchanges that are older and a few that are younger. You're maybe like middle of the pack. Like what distinguishes Virgo from other platforms?
Yeah, like I think for our side, we have the deepest considerations for our users. So that would mean that our service level, like what type of funding method that we can provide to our users, very easy, very cheap, cost efficient, and what type of token we list. Right, we want to provide the most popular tokens at a faster speed, delivered to the Canadian users, so they can have the token available for them to trading. And also, we also put crypto use cases into place. For example, we recently launched a Robo Shop, which allows people to use crypto to spend and to purchase gift card, such as Amazon, Starbucks, Walmart, those well-known brands, and have some cashback. So really, we keep innovating within the regulatory framework. Obviously, compliance and regulation is very important, but we provided the innovation within that framework and deliver the most value to our users.
Where are you guys on the compliance journey? Like what, there's different, like sort of, we've heard about pre-registration undertakings, etc. Where are you guys?
Right, so we have become a restricted dealer since 2022. We're actually the 7th one in Canada obtaining the license. So the current process is obviously transitioning ourselves to zero to become an investment dealer. So we're working hard on that, and hopefully, something can happen very soon next year.
Okay, fantastic. So you mentioned the users in particular, and you mentioned the tokens that you are listing. How do you connect the two? Like, I mean, who are your users, and what kind of tokens are they interested in?
Yeah, like our users, I recognize most of them are like beginner traders, leisure traders in Canada, like who may have heard about Bitcoin, ETH. But they're still trying to explore like what is crypto market entails.
Okay.
So for sure, first of all, we have to provide a lot of educations, both on token side, but also really on the risk side, anti-scam educations to ensure that they're fully aware of the risks. But in the meantime, we also have to assess like what token we listed. We have very strict criteria, and we have to also ensure that the token is very hard to be manipulated, and typically are supported by the global leading exchanges to be validated by the bigger players as well. So we want to have it becoming an aggregation of, great projects, right? So we're not like typically like listing tokens on day one come to us. No, we will give the token some time to run to show that, okay, they're good and they have been proven by a lot of other projects. And then we just aggregate the liquidities back in Canada, give people the potential more competitive pricing.
What responsibility does an exchange have in Canada vis-a-vis the tokens that it chooses?
Yeah, like first of all, we have to go through our internal DD, like a very lengthy process, going through quite a few different criteria by different department. Assuming it's passed, they will have to produce a comprehensive crypto risk asset statement that outlines all the risks and the basic information about different tokens. So the users will have the opportunity to read about that before they make any investment.
Interesting. What are some of the trends that you see amongst your users? I mean, you have a kind of a front row seat. Like, what are people doing on your platform? What kind of projects are they most interested in? Is there like a lot of speculation versus holding? I mean, just give us some ideas of what's going on basically in the market.
Sure. Like I think, the most part of people will be interested about Bitcoin ETH, obviously, especially after the ETF approval for Bitcoin ETH. So this is still by far the largest trading volumes for Canadian users. And the other interesting thing I noticed is Canadian people love meme coins.
They do.
Like they love Peppa, they love Dogecoin, they love Shiba. I think those things are bringing a lot of fun. That's what we so-called attention economy.
Okay.
Right? That brings attention for the community, and that's what people love. and that's actually being discussed in a very heated, trend in the community as well. So I think those two topics are getting more traction these days.
Your business also has a wealth side. For people who might not even know what that is, like what does it exactly mean? Is it sort of for high net worth individuals? Is it for people who maybe want to buy OTC because they're buying large volumes? What are we talking about here?
Sure. Like for our wealth side, we have two perspectives.
Okay.
One is the OTC desk,
okay,
which provides really low slippage and VIP services, white glove services to institutional clients and high net worth individuals. So if you want to purchase a large sum of cryptos, so we provide that customized service to them. So that is provided by our highly skilled VIP account managers.
Okay.
So they're like 6 to 2019.
Okay.
So the second perspective is recently we launched our asset management arm. So that is really trying to provide the opportunities to Canadian accredited investors the ability to manage their portfolio. Because a lot of people coming to us saying that, okay, I know crypto has the future, has the growth, but I don't know how to invest. So in the past, before we have the asset management arm, we couldn't provide any investment advice according to compliance regulatory framework. But after we had VDAM, the Virgo Digital Asset Management, we're now having a full service ability to provide accredited investors the investment solution they're looking for, a tailored risk management portfolio to ensure that they have the return, they have the risks they understand, and that's going to be a sustainable long-term solution.
So 2024, I feel like has been a milestone year for crypto. I mean, we started the year in January with the first ETFs from the United States, huge adoption, record volumes and investments in those ETFs. And later in the year, of course, the Bitcoin halving, that was predictable. More recently, I think politics in the U.S., really interesting to see how, Trump, who was initially pretty, anti-crypto, pro-dollar, is now saying, well, though we want to be the Bitcoin capital of the world. And now we're seeing Robert Kennedy Jr., we're seeing Kamala Harris, who's apparently now starting to open up as well. Is this really an important year for crypto for you? And what do you expect, the next year to look like as a result of this year?
Yeah, I think this is a very exciting year actually for the crypto industry. Not only it went back almost actually to the historical high, and also from the political standpoint, as you mentioned, in the past 2 years, especially in the United States, crypto industry has been undergoing quite a bit of pressure from the regulators, especially from SEC, right? But we have seen some
regulation by enforcement, right?
By enforcement, exactly. But we have seen some important regulatory achievements. The ETF approval for both Bitcoin and ETH, and we're seeing the lawsuit winning for the XRP, all kind of that stuff. So we're seeing actually a lot of changing in terms of how the legal proceeding goes for the crypto. Especially now, we're having a potential candidate that is pro-crypto, and I think that's going to be changing the dynamics of how the regulatory framework will be in the United States. And obviously, if the United States changes, the global change, according to how the United States views the crypto. So I think the next 1 year, if Trump wins this October or November, that time referendum, I think this is going to bring a huge grab. Like, I think in the crypto world, I think money, and I think I'm okay. Personally, I'm a bigger supporter to Trump. I think, he at least is the first presidential candidate and ex-president attending a Bitcoin conference.
Right, that was huge.
That is historical significance.
Yeah, because typically there was no engagement at all.
No, at all, yeah.
If we bring this back to Canada, I mean, a few years ago we heard Pierre Poilievre talk about Bitcoin in Parliament. That was pretty special. A few sort of, smaller MPs have been talking about crypto, but for the most part, it's like radio silence. And we have an election happening in Canada in a year. So what are your hopes? And with that, what will be your message to the Canadian government, the current or the future, about crypto?
Yeah, I think, first of all, that all the views that I'm going to express is only from personal view. It didn't represent VirgoCX, because VirgoCX is not associated with any political party.
Okay.
But from a personal view, I think, we have seen a very strong, momentum. For example, from the government in Alberta.
Yeah.
Like the minister is there, the premier in Alberta has been actively engaged with crypto industry. We recently had a trade mission from all over Canada and even globally go to Alberta. Actually, the government official engage us. They want to track talents go to Alberta.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, Alberta is a conservative party, and they're actually advocating heavily on that. And obviously, we have hearing, peer party opposition leader speak highly of crypto before, but obviously now he's trying to become a little bit more moderate.
Yeah.
But in general, I think if conservative wins next year, I think Canada will be certainly a little bit more aggressive on that front. And if Donald Trump wins, I think we'll have a wonderful 4 years. Wonderful 4 years ahead of us.
And that's very exciting for many, I'm sure. Any final thoughts? I mean, what is your main message? And what is your higher conviction? What is something that keeps you as the CEO of Virgo Group, keeps you going, keeps you motivated? Like you feel like what you're doing matters, and that you're having a positive contribution. What is that one thing that keeps you?
I think first thing I would say, we're in a very early industry. So every one of you, even for the people already looking today, you guys are early pioneer. I think what keeps me awake is the ability for us to keep innovating with no upside limitation, right? So we can do whatever we want to do as long as it's sustainable, creates value, compliantly, obviously, and we just can do it. And we are the people shaping the industry ourselves. So the next 10 years, 20 years will be right on us, right? So I think we need to be working hard and keep this long-term vision in mind. And I think we will become very important figures for our industries.
It's interesting. It's a very good reminder to have a long-term vision in an industry that moves so fast. People really think like sort of, the next cycle, the next maybe 4 years, but not the next 10 years. So thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you.
Pleasure chatting with you again. Very nice.
Thank you.